Injury report for Week 6 of the All-Time Rosters franchise. This week, the biggest of them all. Our first quarterback injury, and he's out for the year with a torn pectoral muscle. Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers. Brett Favre will be the quarterback when they battle Favre's former team, Minnesota, in Week 7. To fill Rodgers' missing spot, Al Harris is the new free agent acquisition in Green Bay. Another heartbreaking loss for the all-time Texans at Baltimore last week, and now Jonathan Joseph broke his collarbone and will miss 6 games. Marcus Coleman, Dunta Robinson, Aaron Glenn, Steven Nelson, and Kareem Jackson at corner for Houston. 2 big injuries in the nation's capital yesterday. Linebacker LeVar Arrington is out for 10 games with a broken forearm. Star pass rusher Ryan Kerrigan, the new #1 guy in Washington. And on the other side, big play Slay, Darius Slay, out for 7 games with a partial ACL tear on this tackle of Jerry Smith. At safety, Tom Brookshire is the new starter for Philly. Wide receiver Wesley Walker has played very well in New York, but will miss 8 games with a herniated disc. Don Maynard, Al Toon, Keyshawn Johnson, George Sauer, Wayne Krebet, and Dustin Keller, the new receivers for the Jets. Speaking of receivers, one of the best in Niners history is out for 7 games with a broken collarbone. That is Billy Wilson. The new San Francisco depth chart is Jerry Rice, Terrell Owens, Gene Washington, John Taylor, Dwight Clark, and Vernon Davis. One of the greatest at his position in NFL history, Orlando Pace, out for 7 games with a dislocated hip, but they're in good hands in St. Louis, LA. Andrew Whitworth, the new blindside blocker for the Rams. The A-Train returns, and not a moment too soon in Tampa Bay. Mike Allstott and Warrick Dunn are the 1-2 at running back in Tampa. Harrison and Merriweather both played admirably for the Patriots, but Lawyer Malloy is back from injury. Cliff Harris will also return at starting free safety for Dallas in favor of Roy Williams. And the final player returning from injury this week is linebacker Brian Burns. He takes the place of James Anderson in Carolina. Here's the complete list of injuries through Week 6 of the All-Time Rosters franchise. It is inevitably true that a handful of guys will go down every week of the All-Time Rosters franchise. We'll break down the updated depth charts and the significance of those injuries and who the teams pick up in free agency to round out their 53-man roster to respond to the injuries they face throughout the year. That is every Monday morning. This is the Roster Report and the Injury Update Show of the All-Time Rosters franchise with Charger Dude 95.